Okay, the product rule. I'm going to write this down a couple of different ways. Like I would recommend copying this down, but it's kind of muddled up here with all the of x's. So I'm going to write this without the of x everywhere. If you have two functions multiplied together, the derivative of the product is not the product of the derivatives. You can't just distribute a derivative over multiplication. One of the main mistakes people make in calculus. So I'm going to write this a little differently. I'm going to write FG, meaning multiplied, prime is F prime G plus FG prime. That's the way I think of it. But students tend to like this version better. It's exactly the same thing. F prime G plus G prime F. That's the one students tend to memorize. So it's literally the same thing. It doesn't matter. The derivative of F times G is F prime G plus G prime F. Okay. So let's do this problem first, and then we'll come up and do that one. Okay, so I've got two functions here. So I'm going to call this first guy F and this second one G. Then J prime will be F prime G, derivative of the first times the second, plus derivative of the second times the first. Or again, I could have done it like this, derivative of the first times the second, plus leave the first alone times the derivative of the second. You got to memorize this. I'll use this version. So let's write these out separately. F prime, we're just using power rule here and the sum rule. I'll get 2x plus 0. Derivative of a constant is 0. I just get 2x. G prime of x. I kind of root through and I'm trying to see what I got there. That's a 3. The derivative of 3x cubed will be 3 times 3, 9, x squared. So the 3 came down and multiplied this 3, and then he went down by 1. Minus derivative of 5x. So that's 5 times x to the first power. 1 times 5 is just 5. The 1 goes down to a 0. We get x to the 0. I'm going to write it and then erase it. Anything to the 0 power is just 1. The derivative of 5x is just 5. Okay, now that we got each separate derivative, we can write out J prime will be derivative of the first times, leave the second alone, write it exactly the way it looked, plus derivative of the second, and we got to have all these parentheses here, times, leave the first alone. And then maybe we would want to simplify this, multiply everything out, add like terms, maybe not. For now, I'm just going to leave it alone. It's perfectly fine the way it is. So this was F prime, that's regular old G. This is G prime, and that's regular old F. Okay, let's do that with some numbers. So J prime evaluated at 2 would be F prime at 2 times first normal regular G plus G prime at 2 times regular old F at 2. All right, so now we just find all of these. F prime at 2 was -4. G at 2, regular G, was 1. G prime at 2 was 6, and regular old F was 3. So what's that? -4 plus 18, I think we get 14. Okay, that's a good place to stop there.